Ma'am, this is not a discount gas station. The words cut like glass the moment Alyssa King stepped into the Dallas-Fort Worth private jet terminal. She froze mid-stride, blazer still draped across one arm, sneakers damp from the morning rain. A few men in tailored suits chuckled, their laughter sharp and deliberate. One woman lifted her phone, whispering, "She's lost, right?" Alyssa's chest tightened, the marble-floored lobby suddenly felt like a cage. The jets gleamed outside the wide glass, a world she had every right to enter but was being told she didn't belong. Her hand clenched slightly at her side, but she said nothing. That silence carried more weight than any retort. Trent Harlow, the FBO manager, crossed his arms and positioned himself in front of the sliding doors leading to the hangar. "We serve legitimate clients," he said, voice steady but dripping with disdain. Alyssa met his eyes calmly. "I'm here to review a maintenance contract for my company's fleet." A hush swept across the lounge, then someone muttered, "Fleet? In those shoes?" The word struck harder than intended. A businessman nearby laughed, nodding as if confirming a private joke. Alyssa's pulse raced, but her voice remained even. "Paperwork is with your office." Instead of checking, Trent sneered, "Maybe come back when you can prove you're not wasting our time." That line hung in the air, cruel and precise, a blade disguised as courtesy. Alyssa inhaled, the sound of her breath loud in the sudden stillness. The coffee machines hissed softly, but her eyes burned hotter. As tension swelled, Trent leaned closer. "Clients here sign checks with more zeros than you've ever seen." The chuckles around him grew louder, a chorus of doubt echoing off the polished glass. Alyssa did not flinch. "Are you finished?" she asked, her voice clipped, the rhythm of each word like a drumbeat. He smirked, gesturing to the crowded lounge. "See? They agree. You don't belong." For a long second, no one moved. Then a voice rang out from the side entrance. "She belongs more than anyone here." All eyes snapped toward Captain Miguel Ortiz, flight cap tucked under his arm, expression hard as steel. "That's the owner of the fleet you refuel every quarter." Gasps rippled through the room, the sneers dissolving into stunned silence. Trent's smile faltered, his face pale beneath the fluorescent lights. The door burst open again, this time with Dana Wu, a young maintenance engineer clutching her tablet. She looked nervous, but her voice was steady. "I have emails." She tapped the screen, and lines of text filled the display, directives from Trent instructing staff to filter out customers who don't look the part. A murmur rolled across the room. Phones lowered. Laughter died. "You set this culture," Dana said quietly, her eyes down but her words slicing through the air. Trent reached for the tablet, but Captain Ortiz stepped between them. "Touch her, and you answer to the FAA." In that moment, Alyssa stood taller, no longer a target but a witness to arrogance collapsing under its own weight. The space that once mocked her now felt fragile, breaking open under the truth. Within an hour, FAA Commissioner Ruth Ellison arrived unannounced, clipboard in hand, eyes scanning the terminal like a judge surveying a courtroom. She listened, nodded, and spoke with the cadence of authority. "Effective immediately, this FBO is under investigation. Mr. Harlow, you're relieved of duty." The staff looked down, shame thick in the air. Alyssa stepped forward, her tone calm yet unshakable. "Respect is not optional. It is the runway every business should stand on." No one dared respond. She turned, walking toward the glass doors. Behind her, silence stayed, heavy and absolute. Outside, the sunlight caught the tail of her company's jet, gleaming like a quiet vindication. Alyssa didn't smile, but her eyes carried the weight of victory, measured not in contracts or checks, but in dignity unbroken.